Hello, this is Angelina DeWeese. You're like, what is coaching? I remember the first time I came home and I told my grandma I was going to be a coach, and she was like, oh, what? Oh, what are you going to be? So I know this word coaching is kind of elusive. We're not really sure what it is. Now, we know what it means to be a coach when you have a sports team, right? If you have basketball or football, we know that coaches are someone who has the ability to not only see someone's greatness, but help them to tweak and shift and step up into that greatness. So that's definitely one of the things that coaches do. So I think of coaches as someone who stretches you. Now, in our lives, we have a lot of people that support us, that tell us we're great and beautiful and loving and caring, but we don't always have someone who says, you could have done that better, or you're not being honest with yourself, or it would be really great if you would take responsibility for this in your life. So stretching us doesn't mean it has to be scary or hard or hurt, but stretching us is what I call stretching us into the greatest version of ourselves so that we can truly set our soul on fire and bust through all those limiting beliefs. But beyond that, there's some other special qualities that coaches have. One of the other things that I've noticed is that when we are stepping into a new belief, when we are really breaking free of a limiting belief, we are starting to try to hold a new one. When we try to hold a new belief, one thing that can happen is that our immediate family, the people around us, can cause us to kind of backtrack, right? They can cause us to jump back into the thing that we're most comfortable with. So I like to think of coaching as someone who's going to hold a sacred circle for us. Someone who is going to keep us safe in our new belief until we hold it so deeply for ourselves that we can go back into our lives and hold it no matter what anyone else says to us. And that in and of itself is a really wonderful gift that a coach gives, the space that they hold for someone. Now, another thing I think that comes up a lot when we think about coaching, at least it did for me, is that I don't like getting support, or didn't, I should say past tense. I didn't like getting support. I didn't like asking for help. So I thought it was actually weak if I couldn't do it all myself. And one that can come up for a lot of people around coaching. And so I want you to know if you have any tendency to do it all yourself, that showing up for one of these coaching sessions could be a huge breakthrough, because what happens when we're in a coaching session is magic. The coolest thing, I think, is that I like to say this phrase that you can't make changes in a monologue. You have to create change in a dialogue. So if you're in a monologue in your own mind, guess what? You're going to be recycling your old thoughts over and over and over. Not only your thoughts, but your parents, your ancestors. And I truly believe that when we're here to step up into the greatest version of ourselves, one of the most powerful things we can do is let go of some of those things that no longer serve us. So how are we going to do that by ourselves? We actually have to have another person who is helping us to get clearer, talk through that. And not only that, but it doesn't just go this way. The coolest thing about coaching is that it comes back at you. So all of their beliefs, all the things they've done, all the mistakes that they've made, they can actually fast track you through success in areas of your life, like relationships and business and parenting, and all of those times that we tend to get a little bit, caught up in. We can't figure out what exactly we should be doing. So I truly love coaching. I really deeply believe that everyone should have a coach. So I encourage you to step in, and I can't wait to hear how it is. You'll see some details about how you sign up for this call, and we can't wait to hear how this benefits you in your life and in your business. Yay!